their sacred lands non-violently in the face of violence from company thugs, their dogs, and their pepper spray. It is ironic, but perhaps not, that we are beholden to people who have long resisted modernization and paid a huge price for that resistance to show us the way toward a cooler post-carbon world. I, along with others here, was privileged to receive nonviolent training from Joy Brown, a Standing Rock member. She concluded the training by leading us in a ceremony in which she faced to the four winds and poured water on the ground as an offering to Mother Earth. It transported me back to a Peruvian village in the highlands, in the high Andes several years ago, when indigenous leaders opened a meeting by pouring wine on the ground for the Pachamama and gave us all coca leaves without the mind needed to catalyze to release the cocaine to chew in solidarity with one another. There is something cosmic about the Native people's views that humans are merely a part of nature and are brothers and sisters of the vicuña and bison, the polar bear, and the monarch butterfly, and the plant diversity that nurtures all of us animals. I hope and pray that these cosmic forces overwhelm the greed of Dakota Access, its oil company allies, and the investor banks, Wells Fargo, Citibank, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan Chase, that also brought us the Great Recession.
Criminals!
These corporations seek to confuse the rest of us that our overheated planet and the chaos that entails is generated by nature and not by humans, just so that they can add to their obscene wealth. Rather, I opt for a world where my 3 granddaughters and all children of the world, indeed to the 7th generation, can live with other humans as part of nature.
Windmills, not pipelines! Windmills, not pipelines! Windmills, not pipelines! Windmills, not pipelines! Windmills, not pipelines!
Hello. Hi. My name is Heather Pearson, and I am an Iowa landowner with Nebraska roots. The Pearson family farm in Nebraska has been in my husband's family since 1898. My husband and I were able to purchase a small chunk of the beautiful Lusk Hills in Iowa. Our land is our home. It's where we grow our food. It's where we worship in nature. The fact that our elected representatives are so willing to sell out Iowans' private property rights to a private corporation appalls me.
It's wrong!
Eminent domain abuse has run rampant throughout the pipeline approval process, and I stand in support of the landowners who have been treated so poorly by Dakota Access.
That's right.
Now, this isn't my first pipeline fight. I participated in actions with Bold, Nebraska to help defeat the Keystone XL pipeline. Now, President Obama rejected the Keystone XL pipeline largely due to grassroots movement. And I call upon him now to stop the Dakota Access Bakken pipeline once and for all. This pipeline would cross 209 waterways, and there had not been sufficient environmental review.
No way.
The people of America's heartland should not have to take on the risk to their soil and water just so that a large corporation can fatten their bottom line with an export pipeline. It is all risk, no reward for Iowans.
That's right.
I will stand with Bold, Iowa, and all of the other organizations committed to stopping this pipeline because I believe in the power of the American people. I didn't relish getting arrested for the very first time, and then again a week later. What can I say? But history has proven that sometimes we have to participate in peaceful civil disobedience in order to make our voices heard. And to hold all of our elected officials accountable.
Right.
So Governor Branstad, President Obama, I call upon you now to stop the Bakken Dakota Access pipeline.
We gotta wait for...
Channel 5 is going to be here in probably about 10 minutes, so if people would like to stick around, they're welcome to. Otherwise, you need to head out. I know you're probably really hot in the sun right now, but for folks who want to stick around, they'll be here in a little bit. But thank you. I know there's a court date tomorrow for other people. And mark your calendars for Thursday, the 22nd, this upcoming Thursday.
Why? What's happening?
Okay. You can.
Details are still classified.
Yeah. So it'll be in an email.
Hey everybody, we're gonna get a picture of all the arrestees here for the courthouse with the banner. So everybody can just stick around for a quick couple of seconds. And we volunteers to hold the ruffians. Yeah. What do you want to take? Come on, girl.
Yep.
I'm not up there. Dan? I think Dan's just going to take a bunch of pictures. Or do you want me to take one?
Someone just honked?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because if there's no one in their way, then yeah.
All right. Together. Walking 30. 1, 2, 3. Walking 30. No Bakken 30. No Bakken 30. No Bakken. Oh, delete that one. Hold on, Jeffrey. Oh, Hazel. Oh, Hazel. Come here.
Okay, Jess, you gotta shoot it again.
Are you in it? Hazel down here. Wait.
Yeah, she's on my left.
You got Hazel? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. No Bakken 30. One more.
I'll grab it off the face.
All right.
I'm shooting off on video, so.
No Bakken 30. What time is it? No Bakken 30.
I'm sorry, Eddie. I may have gone overboard on the
Oh, thank you, Dan. Thank you.
Details are still being... Some of us are going to stick around because some press has not come here.
I'm just going to start undressing.
No, keep your modesty. I know you want to put some pantyhose on.
Right, I do.
Start your modesty, you know.
I was like, when I saw that on the way, I was like...
I'm gonna stick around with some of the others who will be doing a little for WY Channel 5 who they have not showed up yet, so they're a late arrival to this little shindig. This is the Boone County Courthouse. I'm shooting offline because I tried to get signal to stream, but I could not, so...
People need to hear how human we really are.
Yep.
I have a couple of lizards that I rescued from
I'm just sticking around here.
Bearded dragon and veiled chameleon. And then while I was
Probably want to put them underneath the bullhorn so they don't blow away. There's probably a nest on the building. Or in the tree. There are a few wasps have decided to join our little event here. Again, most of us completed what's called a contest based on a Supreme Court decision, North Carolina versus Adam or something like that. I don't remember the name. But anyway, it's kind of a no contest. It's an end round towards the judge may ask a question or three, but he actually did not because he had 30 to deal with. He had 30 to deal with, although not all 30 of us were present. Some entered written pleas because they were not able to make it here, which our attorney had submitted to the court. I don't know what all those pleas are, if they're guilty or not guilty or what. But we had one who pled not guilty and is going to take it to trial. We had one who pled guilty, but not using the no contest route. So anyway, all of us who either pled not, who either pled straight up guilty or used the no contest route. And then we're convicted immediately by the judge and given a sentence of a $65 fine plus court costs, police fees, and all that. And our legal fund is raising money for those who are not able to pay that. So there are 14 of us who are not able to pay those today or start a payment plan. But others who were able to pay their fines and courthouse went ahead and did that today, or made arrangements to do it at a later date if they were not able to do it today, but do it later. And we're just hanging out here until the Channel 5 gets here, taking the shade of this tree. Tomorrow, 19 others will come back to the same courthouse to enter their pleas for the arrest that they took on the 3rd of September. And but that is, I will not be able to come here for that because I cook lunch at the mosque, and so I'm committed to doing that. But I'm also staying back because I can tell people about what's going on. The judge chose to do it in an efficient way so we can get all of it processed out in a timely manner. Because this is a small courthouse compared to Boone County, where they have 2 buildings that they're actively using for court activities, and they're in the process of renovating a 3rd. And that will increase capacity there, so that's a whole lot different than Boone County, which is more rural than urban. So as soon as Channel 5 crew gets here, we'll do a little more stuff. Others are shooting video and pictures. I'll keep up until we're done with this. And when I get home, I will go ahead and upload these to Bambuser because I'm using Bambuser as my platform for recording. So that can record indefinitely or until my battery runs low, so but I don't anticipate this to last too much longer. I'll wait for the count of 5 people to get here. After all, it's not even it's 11:39. Channel 5 is here. They just showed up. Mint tomato. Mint tomato. The Altoid.
Yeah, seriously strong.
Yeah, I think I'll take a.
Okay, yeah. I'm reading.
Well, Channel 5 is here. We can do a little more stuff. Yeah.
Can we get up here for a quick picture for Channel 5, please?
Everybody, here we are. Here we go again. Do you want here?
Photo op!
Like this?
Yeah, right.
No.
That's what Brent said, yeah. Just postcards. Yeah.
Save that for brain dead.
Right. How can we do that here? No costume. No, not yeah. Or do we do it?
Hey, all the arrestees come back to the steps.
There you go. You guys just do it. Good job.
Yeah, get them.
To the box, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Heather, get over here. Heather!
Hey. All.
More people, more people, more people.
Get back here.
More people. More people. Grab them off the street. Have them get some office workers. I know there's some in this building that like to go. They express
Yeah.
We're waiting for you.
Now you too, Jess.
You just put the signs away, dang it.
You want to sign?
No, she's going to get some footage of us chanting up here.
Yeah.
Do some one-on-one interviews with a few folks who spoke during the press conference. So that's the plan.
Cool.
No more fossil fuels.
Water is life!
Water is life!
Water is life! Protected! Life!
Water is life!
Protected!
Water
is life! Protected! Water is life! Protected! Water is life! Protected! Water is life! Protected! Water is life! Protected! Water is life! Protected! Water is life! Protected! Water is life! Protected! I'm going to say no eminent domain. You say for private gain. No eminent domain 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 for private gain. All right, I'm going to say, will you stand with Standing Rock and you Just, and then water is life. Just repeat after me. We stand with Standing Rock.
Water is with Standing Rock.
Water is life.
Water is life.
We stand with Standing Rock.
We stand with Standing Rock.
Water is life.
Water is life.
We stand with Standing Rock.
We stand with Standing Rock.
Water is life.
Water is life.
We stand with Standing Rock.
We stand with Standing Rock.
Water is life.
Water is life.
All right, I'm going to say all risk. You say no reward. All risk.
No reward.
All risk.
No reward.
All risk.
No reward.
All risk.
No reward.
All risk.
No reward.
All risk.
No reward.
All risk.
No reward.
I'm going to say no oil. You say in my soil. No oil.
In my soil.
No oil.
In my soil.
No oil.
In my soil.
No oil.
In my soil.
No oil.
In my soil.
No oil.
In my soil.
Water is life. You say protected. Water is life.
Protected.
Water is life.
Protected.
Water is life.
Protected.
Water is life.
Protected.
Windmills, not pipelines.
No more.
Windmills, not pipelines. Windmills, not pipelines. Windmills, not pipelines. Windmills, not pipelines. Windmills, not pipelines.
No more fossil fuels. Time for renewables.
No more fossil fuels. Time for renewables. No more fossil fuels. Time for renewables. No more fossil fuels. Time for renewables. No more fossil fuels. Time for renewables.
Hey, Obama, what do you say? Tonight, Bakken Pipeline today.
Hey Obama, what do you say? Tonight on the pipeline today. Hey Obama, what do you say? Tonight on the pipeline today. Hey Obama, what do you say? Tonight on the pipeline today. Hey Obama, what do you say? Tonight on the pipeline today.
We don't need no pipeline drama. Hey,
Obama, we don't need no pipeline drama. Hey, Obama, we don't need no pipeline drama. Hey, Obama, we don't need no pipeline drama. Hey, Obama, we don't need no pipeline drama. Hey, Obama, we don't need no pipeline drama. Hey.
Good job. Really good at this.
Hey, do you want someone to stand behind her with some of the signs that are still out while they do the interviews, or just have someone stand behind her with a sign or a banner? Or just Hey, you want to stand behind whoever's doing the interview? Stand behind her with your sign, so just give an extra visual.
oh, there you go. Where do I go?
Just like stand behind. Yeah, stand where the person is going to be speaking.
Right.
But I'll be doing later.
Okay. Cool. No, that's understandable. We're taking pictures and waving and
I'm going to go over here. Oops. How the? I don't know how the. Oh, good. I'm still live. I don't know how. Some other things popped up on my screen. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, so it was the day after that. He was at the Farm Progress show. And I asked him, what would he think if the pipeline were going through his farmland? And he was like, you know, these farmers are being well compensated. But they're not. After 1 year, their crops are going to be fine. They're being compensated, not well compensated. He's really hard to shake. I have.
He's been
Not
doing
that I'm
it for a
trying
long
to shake him up, but I'm just wanting to, like,
got any hearing?
yeah.
Good luck with that.
It's hard. It's really hard. I mean, I've interviewed him on Medicaid. I've interviewed him on the pipeline, and man,
It's like pulling blood out of a turnip.
he's a tough one.
Would you like us to give our statement, or would you like, are you going to ask us questions?
I'll ask you questions. Yeah, if you give your statement, it'll look very first. lot. So I'll just ask you. I'm here for the big one. Let's see, I'll go ahead and mic you up first. Nice to meet you. I'm good. Not my name.
Can you, do you have a back pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put this like, I'm just going to set this here in your back pocket. So what I'll do these one at a time. It's easier for me to edit it when I get back. Alternatively, if you have to look at quite Sure, absolutely. Oops. Grab the bottom drop. Usually I'm not doing this by myself, so not
I'm Jan Flora, Jan, F as in Frank, Lora.
And where are you from?
I'm from Ames.
And what's your background?
I'm a university professor, but I'm now retired.
Okay. So what is your interest in the pipeline? Where did it start? Or your interest opposed to the pipeline?
I guess there are a couple of things that are really important to me. One is that this is a disaster when it comes to global warming. It's just going to contribute to more global warming because we're going to have this infrastructure that's going to last for years, and the water that flows through it is equivalent to 30 coal-fired plants. The other thing is that it will reduce the cost of the transport in comparison to rail from $15 a barrel to $7 a barrel, which will then allow the companies to invest that profit in more oil wells in the Bakken, etc. So that's one reason. The other part is to stand in solidarity with the Standing Rock tribe in southeast North Dakota and the 200 other tribes that have joined them there. This is the largest gathering, as I understand it, of different native groups in the United States in 100 years. And they have something to say to us. They believe in the brotherhood or sisterhood of humans and animals and the plants that we all consume. And they have resisted our modern ways. And it turns out now, with global warming, those modern ways are in question. And their approach to the land and the life upon it is the one that we should adopt.
Now, you were one of the protesters who was arrested in Boone. It's been a couple weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Why has this become an issue for you that's so important that you were worth being arrested? Was one thing arrested?
Well, it really comes down to, I have 3 granddaughters, twins in Canada, and a 6-year-old whose birthday I'm going to.
Oh, nice.
She will be 6 next week in Denver. And I want them to be able to say that my abuelitos, my grandparents, did all that they could to stop this global warming, which if it happens to the degree that it could happen, will also generate tremendous strife around the world as we struggle for resources for each group.
What happened in court today?
We had a hearing. There are 30 people who were arrested in the first group, and that was the group that had their hearing today. There will be, I think, 20 more tomorrow who were arrested near Pilot Mound. And most of the people wanted to plead no contest, which meant that we accepted the fact that we had trespassed, but we didn't see, given the circumstances that I just talked about, we didn't see that should rise to the level of a guilty plea. We had to, and on a technicality, we had to plead guilty with a federal court ruling that essentially allowed, it was the closest thing we could do to pleading no guilty. One person requested a jury trial, and so that will be coming up in late October or in November, and he'll have a group of 6 of his peers who will examine his case. Important to get the word out that we really do now with the decision by the Justice Department, the Interior Department, and the Department of the Army or the Corps of Engineers that the Bakken pipeline people should lay off in that area in the southeast corner of North Dakota. I think this is an opportunity to perhaps stop the pipeline, and that would be wonderful.
Now, on that day, did you guys, the day that you were arrested, did you accomplish anything that you were hoping to accomplish, other than making a statement, and did you stop construction for a couple hours?
We stopped some trucks from going into their unit where they keep all of the machinery for the central part of Iowa. Probably the group that was arrested this past weekend near Pilot Mound stopped construction for a little bit longer.
Okay. But still, you accomplished what you set out to accomplish, knowing that you would be taken away in handcuffs.
Right.
Okay. Good. Thank you so much.
You bet.
All right. I'll take the microphone from you. So, granddaughter's birthday next week in Denver. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Well, tell her happy birthday for us.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay.
And the red flower dress, I think you wanted her?
Yes.
Okay, you're up. We'll record this last interview, and then I think we'll be done because he just wanted to one of these.
Finger my nose or my feet.
I will let you know. I promise, because if there is, that will just distract from the whole story.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm going to move.
That's okay. That's okay.
And if you could really build in, my place is off of this side of my camera. Right here? So, actually, you set this way. over here and check my job every once in a while.
Okay.
Just say your first name, last name, and spell it for me, and I'll get a mic check while you do that.
Alrighty. My name is Heather Pearson, H-E-A-T-H-E-R, Pearson, P-E-A-R-S-O-N.
Okay, great. So just tell me what happened in the courtroom today and kind of your thoughts and reactions to it.
Well, after being arrested for the very first time for participating in peaceful civil disobedience, we came to find out our sentence today, and I am very impressed with the judge. He did give us the minimum sentence, so we will be paying a fine. And with court costs together, it will be $272.50. So I'm willing to put my body and my money on the line for this pipeline.
Where's your record? Is it trespassing marks on your record now, or what?
Well, I was able to plead no contest.
Okay.
So I didn't admit guilt even though they found me guilty. So that's up for interpretation.
What do you think about this whole process? Are you satisfied with what you did that day, being arrested, and coming here? You accomplished what you wanted to do?
Absolutely. I think when you exhaust all other avenues, like I have by contacting elected representatives, signing petitions, giving testimony in front of the Iowa Utilities Board, they didn't hear our voices. So if we have to engage in peaceful civil disobedience for our voices to be heard, then that's something that history has proven to be effective. So that's what we will continue to do.
Do you think that the statements that you made, did it resonate?
I believe that it did. I believe that this whole pipeline is a disgrace. I think it's a disgrace on our elected officials. The fact that they are using eminent domain and seizing private property from people for a private corporation, that appalls me. My elected representatives are willing to sell out my private property rights, and I think that that's wrong.
Where are you from? What's your background, and how did you become interested and involved in all this?
Well, this isn't actually my first pipeline fight.
Okay.
My husband's family farm has been in the family since 1898, and that family farm is in Nebraska. So I started doing actions with Bold, Nebraska to stop the Keystone XL pipeline. And what I learned from that is that grassroots movements are vital to stopping these projects. We all have to let our voices be heard. So with the rejection of the Keystone XL pipeline, I call upon President Obama to reject this Bakken Dakota Access pipeline for the same reason. It's all risk, no reward for Iowans and for the world.
Where are you from now? Where's home?
I live in Logan, Iowa, in the beautiful Love Hills.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And my husband and I have a permaculture system, and I would just be brokenhearted if my elected representatives came and told me that they were going to sell off my private property to a private corporation for an export pipeline. The eminent domain is not supposed to be used unless it's a public utility. And I don't understand how they are calling this export pipeline a public utility. It's all risk, no reward for Iowans.
I've done so many of these news stories about the pipeline and about the opposition to the pipeline. And I know there are people out there who've expressed to me, why are you guys still doing this? The pipeline's going into the ground. Why don't you just give up already?
Well, here's what I respond when folks ask me that question. They told us for years that the Keystone XL pipeline was a done deal. I was wasting my time protesting. They had already laid some of the pipe. It was a done deal. It was going to happen. Well, obviously that's not true because the Keystone XL pipeline was indeed rejected. So I believe in the power of grassroots movements. I believe that that's the only way that we can make our voices be heard and we can hold our elected officials accountable.
It's not too late.
It's not too late. We can stop this pipeline, and indeed, these people here are going to do everything in our power to stop this pipeline.
Good job. I'll keep your mic right now.
Not as good off the cuff there.
Oh, you rocked it. You rocked it.
Sure. So you saw how it was done? No, but anymore? Okay, good.
Thanks for being here, hon. Great to see you again.
The interview is actually a lot longer than what gets edited into the Yeah. Okay, I'll have you Right there. Sorry, you're probably looking like right into it. Not too bad. Okay, just say your first name and last name for me and spell it.
Crystal Zafati, Crystal, last name Defacce.
Where are you from, Crystal?
I was raised in Wisconsin, and I'm now living in Bettendorf, Iowa.
Okay. So you were one of the protesters who was arrested.
Correct.
Oh, did you? I know you set out. You knew you were probably going to be arrested that day. Was it worth it to you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Why are you so passionate about this? Passionate enough that you're willing to be arrested by authorities?
Well, there's a few different reasons. You look at the eminent domain abuses. I mean, the farmers of Iowa feed this nation. They deserve more respect than to have their rights stripped and not allowed to decide for themselves what happens on their land. That's a big problem for me. I have issue with the fact that since 1995 there's been over 2,000 significant accidents involving oil and oil pipelines. So, I mean, it's an environmental issue. You know, I have problems with the way the Native Americans are being treated in Standing Rock. You know, I mean, there's so many reasons why this is a bad idea for so little gain.
Have you ever protested and been arrested before?
I have never been arrested for protesting before. This is a brand new experience. So,
the reason I ask is because I think some people watching these stories feel like, oh, it's the same type of person who's out there protesting this, out there protesting that, willing to be arrested for this cause or the other. But what I'm finding in this case, it's a first time for people. They're just that passionate about this particular cause. So today you heard your, I guess, I don't know if penalty is the right word, but you have to pay a fine. Is this go on any sort of permanent record? Are you concerned about that at all, even?
It does go on a permanent record. I mean, it'll show that I was, guilty of trespassing. But honestly, our consequences of our actions pale in comparison to the consequences of our inaction. It's just something that I'm not willing to risk. I'd rather risk arrest than risk the pipeline spill.
Someone just honked as it drove by.
Consequences of our actions that are inaction.
Yeah. After all, it's not a matter of if the spill will happen, it's a matter of when, where, and how bad. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and take this down so I can have enough juice to upload when I can get good signal. So stay tuned for future actions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the street.